This is the ANNKE 2023 new C500 PoE security camera. Here you got your Ethernet cable, some setup information, sticker, manual, a drill template, so you know exactly where to drill your holes, bracket that go on the wall. The camera simply twists in position, star bit to get to the SD card slot. And now let's take a look at the camera itself. Records up to 3K resolution, has human and vehicle detection, and has up to 100 feet night vision. And it's IP67 waterproof rating. This camera can be mounted on a wall or upside down with the option to flip the image. If you undo the two screws, behind this cover you can get to the micro SD card slot, as well as the reset button. And you can use up to a 265GB storage card. This will allow you to store all your footage on the SD card inside the camera. Or you have the option to plug these into an NVR box, which will have a hard drive in the NVR box, so you then wouldn't need the micro SD card. But in this video we'll be saving to the micro SD card. Here you can see a notch for the cable to go in, for if you was coming along a wall rather than through the wall. And here you can rotate and tilt the camera. This camera also has the built-in noise cancelling mic, which can pick up ambient voices up to 20 feet away. Once the bracket's mounted to a wall, I'm just going to place the camera onto it and twist it, and it will lock into position. Simply twist again to remove. Here you've got the Ethernet port and a 12-volt power port, which we will look at two different options of powering up this camera. It comes with wall plugs and screws and a waterproof jacket to cover the join. Here's a few different setup options. Now there's 3 different ways to have this camera working. Now here's your 3 options, and it depends what best suits you. Now I don't have an NVR box, so I'll show you option 2 and option 3. But first I'll show you option 3 as probably the preferred option. Now here I'm using a PoE switch, where I plug the camera into the PoE switch and the PoE switch into my router. This allows me to have power and data down the same cable, because my router is not a PoE port, so I need to use this PoE switch. So the camera has power and data. Now I'm going to install the ANNKE Vision app and walk you through the steps to set up. Click on login, register, put in my email address, create a password. They'll send you a code, check your email, and then put that code in here. That will verify it's your email address. Now we're all good to add a camera. The app detects a device, so I'll click on that. And you can see there's a camera active as I have that plugged in. I want to view from anywhere, so I'll click on the top one. Then I'm going to click on next. Then I'm going to click on camera wired. Click on connected and next. Read the T's and C's, tick and then next. Put your password in that you created. Then I put in another password. Here it's trying to connect. First time it didn't actually connect. Then I just clicked on reload again and it connected straight away. Then I click on next. Then you can change the name of the camera and press save. I have the microphone on so I can hear what they're saying. Tap on that rectangle, now I can see what the camera can see. And we're all good to go. And straight away I'm receiving motion detection alarms as it detects me moving. If you turn your phone sideways it will go to a full screen. Tap the screen to see your menu. Now for the second setup option, we're going to plug an Ethernet cable straight into my router, which isn't a PoE port, which means I now need a power cable as well. This is a 12-volt power cable that I've got from another camera of mine, and 12-volt extension power cable as well for that. And I'll show you this option also working. So the power cables and the PoE switch do not come with the camera itself, but it's easy enough to get the bits set up. Here you can twist the camera into position. Now let's check out some of the footage. You can see me tapping on the magnifying glass to zoom in, which zooms in 4 times and then zooms out, or you can pinch the screen to zoom in and position exactly where you want. Here you'll see the infrared lights, and at night will record in black and white.
Testing out the mic, testing out the mic. Can you hear me? Testing out the mic, testing out the mic.
Looking at the icons on the app, tap this record button which will record what's on the screen, or if you're viewing recorded footage, you can tap to record that also, which can be found in Pictures and Videos section, which you can then click on to view and click Save. This will then save it to your phone so you can send and share the footage. I found this to be one of the easiest ways to get the footage off the camera. And if you click on the notification tab, you'll see all your motion detection. And if you tap on that, you'll be able to view the footage. Here you can change the resolution. This is the zooming in option. Here you can adjust the noise reduction level. This will allow you to flip the screen. And here you can turn on sound. You also have the option to add more cameras and view them all on the same app. If you click on the three dots in the top right corner, you can then go to settings. We have more options to make adjustments. Tap on storage. Tap on the memory card. You want to initialize. You'll do this step when you first set up the camera. So your camera will save the footage to the SD card. Now it shows normal. So if the footage is not saving to the SD card, make sure you do that step. Here's your notification options. This is whether you receive alerts or not. And here you can pick your motion detection area. Rather than detecting in the full screen, you can pick certain areas. And here you can adjust the sensitivity of the motion detection by sliding left and right. Click on the play icon with a circle around it. This will show you all your saved footage on a timeline, where you can scroll through the dates and times and zoom in and out to get a more precise time. This is easy to do and works really well. If you click on event playback, it will show you an image of all the short clips. You can also scroll through the dates.